Devin Haney defeats Regis Prograis via unanimous decision to become the WBC Super Lightweight Champion of the World. A two-weight world champion after being unified lightweight champion. What a performance. A complete shutout victory. An absolute masterclass. What a geezer. What a man. You have to say that Haney completely embarrassed, humiliated Prograis. Is Haney pound for pound number one? I don't think so at this stage. I think you've got to say that Terence Crawford holds that crown. Inu would have to be at number 2, which means Haney is definitely at number 3. Prograis just wasn't in this fight. If I was him, I'd put my head in the sand like an ostrich and just never take it out. He was speaking the big talk in the build-up, Clubber Lang style. I really did enjoy the promotional stuff. It felt really Creed-like. Get Prograis in Creed 4 instead of Jake Paul. Anyway, Prograis said that Haney had no power, but what happened? He ended up on his behind like a turtle and went on Bambi legs momentarily as well. Despite Prograis' lackluster performance, you've got to give it up to him. He did say that Haney was the better man. He was the better fighter on the night. No bravado, no excuses. If anything, he's a real champion. He took that defeat on the chin so well. Big up Prograis. The fight really lived up to expectations. It was a spectacle. An absolute one-sided beatdown. Apparently, Haney broke the record for being hit the least. A total 36 times in a 12-round contest. If I'm honest, I would have preferred the fight to be a bit more competitive than it was, but it is what it is. It just shows how good Haney is as a talent. As for the fight, it pretty much panned out how I thought it would. The extra weight just showed this is exactly what he needed. Before, Haney looked gaunt. He looked like Skeletor. In the weigh-in for this fight, he looked rejuvenated. He looked full of life, full of energy. It transferred over in this fight. He was so springy. He was like a young gazelle. The weight really helped when he tied him up as well. He looked the stronger man on the inside. He bullied him a little bit. Despite them being registered at the same height, Haney looked a bit taller. He used his height and range very well. But what are those shoes? He might be a good boxer, but he does need some advice on fashion sense. Anyway, we all knew what sort of fight we were getting in this one. Haney, the slickster, the boxer, whereas Prograis would come forward and be that hard-hitting slugger. Haney did well to utilise his feet and jab. The jab was definitely something I knew he needed to utilise in this fight. It was a key fundamental punch that he needed. Both his feet and jab are lightning quick. He's like the Flash, and he's got those dance shoes, baby. Whereas Prograis looked like he borrowed my granddad's legs for the night. He was just so slow. He just couldn't catch up with him. He just couldn't get close enough to get any shots off. Prograis has always had this bad tendency of dragging his feet, being slow. So it wasn't alarming to see Haney dance rings round him. When Prograis fought Danielo Zereto, we saw the same sort of circumstance happen. Haney, though, is on 56,000 levels above Zereto. So it was night and day. The skill gap was huge, and that's why Prograis got embarrassed and humiliated as much as he did. He just doesn't deal well with movers. When Prograis did manage to get close, it was often near the ropes, but what Haney would do is he would either tie him up or circle out and get back into centre ring. Haney forced Prograis to come to him. Whenever he got close, he got punished with jabs, crosses and left hooks. Those were his key punches. He kept things simple. He was too clever, too quick, and he made sure he just didn't engage. He didn't want to fight on the inside, and that was very smart from Haney. Haney was countering the counter-puncher. His right hands were exceptional, dropping Prograis in round 3 and sending him on wobbly legs in round 6. Who said he didn't have power? Bash! I think it's fair to say that Haney's new added weight certainly helped with this. Adding extra weight doesn't necessarily mean it translates over and gives you extra power. That doesn't always mean that, but in this case, I certainly think it was the case. As mentioned, Haney looked gaunt. He looked like Skeletor. Before, he just didn't have that pop that spice to get those sort of shots off. But now with that new added weight, he's feeling more energized, and I think that really did help. The trouble with Prograis is he telegraphs his punches too much. He doesn't move his head, he jerks his body in like repetitive patterns. He also just relies on his reflexes. He tends to follow his opponents around the ring. And the fact that he is a pressure fighter, he's not very good at cutting off the ring. Ultimately, it was a recipe for disaster from Prograis from the very beginning. Haney is a good boxer, and he capitalised on that with just key fundamental punches, quick feet, and quick jabs. It was good stuff. He pretty much used his head like a speedball. It was easy for him. The ref was also looking to close the show at some point. He just looked outmatched in every department. To add, Haney's had great success in the past against southpaws. He's fought southpaws like Joseph Diaz and Vasyl Lomachenko. Haney had real good success in those fights by scoring those right crosses. Yes, he didn't do tremendously well against Lomachenko. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. But that experience from those two fights against good, solid, world-class fighters put him in good stead for this fight. Haney knew what was coming even before Prograis knew. Have you ever played a game where you're playing on legendary level and you need that certain combination to beat the boss? If you don't have that code, you just can't beat it. You just end up lobbing your controller across the room. Yeah, this was Prograis with Haney. He just couldn't figure him out. Couldn't quite hit that button. Wasn't good enough at the game. Haney was the boss. The final boss. It was as if Prograis was playing the impossible game. The fight played out actually how I saw it. Sadly, I didn't put a video out despite drafting one up for this. Just too busy, mate. Just too busy. My prediction was that Prograis just wouldn't be able to catch up with Haney, and he'd get punished by that jab all night. Haney would just make it boring, box, be on the back foot, and put him on that jab. Tie him up whenever he had to. The only thing I got wrong, not only was it not boring, it was a boxing masterclass. I also envisioned Prograis producing a few scary moments in that fight, but he didn't land a glove on him. I thought he might have had a similar moment to the moment he had with Jorge Linares. That didn't happen. I don't think that it would even have happened in the metaverse. Haney's performance was just that good. In no other reality, Haney just doesn't lose. Haney was honestly exceptional. Massive props to Devin Haney, a 2-weight world champion and the new WBC super lightweight champion. Anyway, I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bash.